welcome to Juan Pilosopo podcast, the official podcast of the Philippine Atheists and Agnostic Society.
Alright.
Okay, we've been missing in action for a while, but here today we have a new topic, an interesting and current topic. My name is Doc PT, certified to harden your intellectual resolve. Unfortunately, Rat can't be with us today, but I have a new co-host for today. So, please introduce yourself.
Okay, by the way, this is Peter. Peter na lang. This is Peter, who will be Rat's replacement for this episode, since he won't be able to join us here for this podcast, and hopefully I'll be able to somehow fill in for him.
Mainggit ka, Rat.
Mainggit
Wala
ka.
ka dito.
Oo. Okay, so Doc TT, can you please take it away?
Okay, so of course our Rotten Apple segment. So what we have today is something that was posted in the Philippine Star website, updated last April 14.
So it was very recent.
Very recent. So let me read this out to you. Cebu Archbishop Jose Palma yesterday advised over 3,000 delegates to the 29th Local World Youth Day not to follow the law if they believe that it infringes their freedom of religion. This was made in response to a young participant's question during a dialogue about the Reproductive Health Law, which the Supreme Court declared as constitutional last April 8. So, he said that aside from being contrary to morality, the law contradicts the basic teachings of the Church against premarital sex. So, what can you say about this news article?
Coming from a bishop, or like I've said on our unaired podcast,
The unaired version.
the unaired episodes. That's bishops. Are they supposed to make any sense? No, let us say what my take on this is probably the bishop is not really encouraging civil disobedience among the youth, but rather he is asking them to be advocates against the RH bill, knowing that the position of the Catholic Church on the said bill, or on the said law, if it became a law recently, yeah. So he's just asking. He's not like drumming up the support, especially from the youth sector. Especially, there will be the ones who will be mostly be affected by this law. Yeah, so that's my take on that one. Probably it's not really equal to civil disobedience. It's not like he's asking for blood or revolution or
But then the question is actually, come to think of it, how can you disobey the RH law?
Yeah, that's a good question. How would you disobey?
What would be the things that a lay person could do that would lead him to disobey the law?
Yes,
or be criminalized?
Yes, because prior to this recording, I managed to skim on the provisions of the RH law. Kadalasan, more of the provisions are revolving on the medical or the RH workers or RH practitioners, providers, and the medical practitioners. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the whole caudal. Probably I'll do that at home. I haven't seen the whole caudal of the unannotated version of the RH bill or RH law. So I say, as a layperson, I don't think that you will be breaking any of the. I don't think you will be going to prison for not using a condom or such.
Of course, because overall, the RH law was conceived to be able to give the choice to the people. So it is a choice. So if you don't want to support or if you don't want to use artificial contraceptives, that's fine. That is within your rights. You believe that it is against your religious beliefs. That's okay. But then, going to our main topic, since this groundbreaking news that we had, as I mentioned, that the Reproductive Health Law was declared by the Supreme Court as constitutional last April 8. So we need to. This is a huge victory, actually, knowing that the reproductive health advocacy has been fought for for a long
Like
time,
more than 15
like 14
years.
14
For
years.
14 years,
Yes. So can you just imagine? This is a huge victory relative to that length of time that we've been spending so much effort to fight for. But then again, we
Albeit,
also
yes.
we also need to consider, we need to review that there are provisions in that reproductive health law that has been struck down by the Supreme Court. So we have that. So let's read it first. The following are the 8 provisions of the law struck down by the SC in full or partially. So Section 7, only insofar that it requires private health facilities, non-maternity specialty hospitals, and hospitals owned by religious groups, take note, to refer patients not in an emergency or life-threatening situation to another health facility which is conveniently accessible, provide access to family planning and RH services to minors who have been pregnant or had a miscarriage without parental consent. So, the other provisions are concerning, just to cut this short now, are concerning about a punishment that are given to RH providers regardless of their religious belief who fail or refuse to disseminate information regarding RH services and programs. And punishment against any public officer who refuses to support RH programs. So very specific, right? And then there are other provisions like which mandates a 40-hour pro bono service by private and non-government RH service providers, including gynecologists and obstetricians, as a prerequisite for PhilHealth accreditation. So mostly, actually, the provisions here are concerning those people who provide the reproductive health services.
So Doc, being a medical practitioner, what is the implication? Say you are working for a sectarian hospital. Say UST. Ayan. Tabilang likod lang kami ng UST. Yan, say you go to
Specific
UST.
ba?
Ayan, specific, yes.
Okay. So before I answer that, let's first introduce the people who will be doing this podcast with us. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Hi, this is Mark.
You are Mark. You are the...
I am
Introduce mo yung sarili mo, huwag kang maya.
I'm one of the officers of PATAS.
Okay.
I am Sunny Garcia, an officer of Philippine Atheists and Agnostics Society.
And he's an artist.
Yeah.
Wow. Next.
Tagalogin natin pang masa ko.
Sige. Taglish tayo.
Establish so that all the people who doesn't understand English may be able to understand us. Ako po si Reggie Pasion at isa rin pong opisyales ng Philippine Atheists and Agnostic Society. Kami po ay nagaganap dahil ngayon na naman ako naka-participate sa ganitong
Oo nga, ang tagal
Oh,
natin na wala.
alam ko rin mo yatang participation is yung doon sa Nazareno
Correct.
episode.
And we're very excited kasi we have a new
So that was
member
John, right?
sa ating podcast, si John Peter. Hello, John Peter. Thank you.
Yes. Hi po.
And? Nahiya pa sila. Okay.
Hi, this is Jam, another officer din ng PATAS, but in Facebook you can see my name as Harley Quinn.
Ay,
Yes.
ako si Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Oh, Harley Quinn yung ano.
Ngayon nila nalaman.
Siya yung leading lady ni, ni Joker. Yes.
Akala ko
Harley
leading
Quinn.
lady ni Mark.
Yun na rin.
Si Mark yung Joker.
Okay, yes, we can all agree to that.
Bago tayo magsimula, meron tayong panauhin din dito na bagong miyembro ng PATAS,
Si
Binibini.
Si Peter ang mag-introduce.
By the way, may bago po tayong member dito who will be spectating and probably asking questions later or adding some inputs if possible. Yes, si Miss Maya. Yeah, so can you introduce yourself?
I'm Maya and I'm a new.
Don't be shy.
Sorry, I'm new here and I'm so glad to see you guys.
Okay, yeah. So, if you have any questions, just
Oh, by the
raise
way,
them.
Doc, she's a fourth year biology student at UPLB.
Yeah, biology.
So, pre-med. Hopefully.
Okay, yeah. I also biology. Yes, biology din ako before.
Yun yung pre-med.
Yes, that's my pre-med.
That is why your participation today is very important kasi babae ka at biology student pa from UPLB.
Okay, so what was the question?
Yes,
Okay,
what is the implication?
the implication. No? I'm speaking as a medical professional. No? So, reading through this, I'm very much glad na at least the reproductive health law and the advocacy is moving forward in leaps and bounds, no? Compared to how it was before. It was declared constitutional. So even if some provisions were struck down as
It's a good start.
it's a good start, no? And
Yes.
there's room for improvement. However, we have to comment on these provisions that were struck down by SC. So first that was mentioned was the punishment for RH providers regardless of religious beliefs. So in the first place, if you are a medical practitioner, you have to give treatment regardless of what you believe in. This is a patient that was brought to you. So, as the Hippocratic Oath would say, first do no harm. So, you cannot place what you believe in above than what is needed by your patient.
Pero, doctors, what are ano ba yung mga medical procedures that you would say that will fall under the purview of the RH law, meaning under the scope? Does it, could you please give a specific procedure or specific treatment that would be covered by that?
Okay. I think kasi ganito, to put it in context, in the medical field, in the medical profession, not all of these procedures can be done by just one doctor. That's why we have specialists, right? Okay, so if there's a patient who comes to you that is in need of a particular procedure, like if I'm an internist and someone comes to me that I am in need of ligation. Okay, so me as an internist, I am bound by duty to refer the patient to someone who could do the procedure.
To an OB.
To an OB who does that, ligation. Okay, so that's a legal procedure in the country. We still don't have abortion in this country. It is still considered a crime.
Right.
So, if this patient comes to me, doctor, I'm looking for someone who could do ligation, or can you do this to me? Because I'm an internist, I don't do that procedure. It is only but proper and ethical for me to refer this patient to someone, to a doctor who can do the procedure. So the proper way of doing that is maybe informing the doctor who you're referring the patient to, or write a letter to that doctor that you're referring this patient. But what I cannot do as a doctor, which is unethical, is to just tell the patient na, no, don't do that procedure because that is immoral.
Parang, iha, pasensya na, hindi kita pwedeng i-ligate kasi immoral yan sa aking paniniwala. Doon ka na lang sa iba.
So, even if halimbawa, kung OB ako, tapos lumapit yung pasyente sa akin na, Doctor, I am in need of ligation, ganyan. It is an unethical na response to say na that is immoral, so hindi ko yan gagawin. Maaari pa siguro na sabihin ng doctor na hindi ko po ginagawa ang procedure na ito.
Okay.
Okay, so, but
Understood.
not, pwede yun. Pero not really saying na, no, kasi dahil hindi, ayon sa aking relihiyon yun eh. Okay? So, I think the Catholic Church is parang rallying against this provision kasi nga, yung mga doctors na who are staunch
Catholics.
advocates or staunch Catholics
Believer.
believers who do not want to do these procedures kasi nga dahil against din sa kanilang paniniwala na yung ligation ay paano ba explain yun? But they're encouraging more of the natural ways, natural means of contraception, no? So it's not considered as that. So kumaga dito sa law na to, no? They don't want these doctors to be punished just simply following their religious beliefs. Actually, okay yan. Okay lang. But you are doctors kasi. You are bound by duty to administer a procedure that is needed. So if you can't do that, hindi ka rin naman din pinagbabawalan ng reproductive health law na parang, sige, ilagate mo sila lahat. No, it's not that. You have to, I think the key here is, you have to lead the patient to the one who does. if you cannot perform it. Kasi I remember, Reggie's raising, you were saying, you were raising a point earlier about yung right ng doctors to refuse.
Kasi meron din karapatan yung doktor na huwag gawin. Alam mo yun, yung puntong kasi depende sa paniniwala niya. Halimbawa, sarado katon ko ako, bawal sa paniniwala ko yan. Well, may karapatan akong hindi gawin. Kaya nga lang, may punto ka rin, Doc Titi, na halimbawa nagkatula ka na sa pader, di ba? At kailangan mo nang gawin. Ano ang magiging desisyon ng doktor? Diba?
I think, yun nga,
paniniwala pa rin ba?
that is what I'm pointing
sa
out.
relihiyon,
Personally, you have the right to believe whatever you want to believe
Correct.
in. Kaya lang, you don't, as a medical professional, you cannot put that religious beliefs or whatever belief that you have above the needs of your patients.
Yeah, like like whether or not that provision was struck down in the RH law, because of the code of ethics that one is bound in the medical profession, he is still required to follow the proper ways. Like if you're gonna do it, you have to refer.
Yeah, you have to make the proper
You cannot
referral.
just say no.
Referral.
And that is part of the duty and the ethics of a medical practitioner
ethics.
that he swore into, whether or not the provision is in the RH law or not. Like, is it like parang similar to like if you do not like to shoot another person, don't join the army? Is it the same logic?
Yeah.
Correct.
No.
So like,
Pwede mo naman kasing limitahan yung practice mo eh. Kasi ikaw yung naggagawa ng procedure, hindi ka naman mapipilit. Pero you need to make the proper referral to the person who does.
yeah.
Ano ba ang sinasabi ng
You cannot just
RH?
Pero yung instruct
Diyan sa anong yan? Sa referral na yan. Anong sinasabi?
Actually, wala.
Kasi
din. Parang general procedure.
no. Kasi tinanggal na kasi yon. Tinanggal nga kasi yon. So, para ngayon, without that in the law, nabawasan ng ngipin yung law. Kasi, specific kasi itong RH law eh. So, kung halimbawa, kung tinanggal mo na yun dun sa law, yung punishment or at least a penalty to those doctors who would be unethical enough not to refer these patients to the proper doctors who could do the procedure.
Criminal na kagad, no?
So yan pala ang kadahilanan kung bakit sinasabi nilang nawalan daw ng ipin.
Yeah.
Oo,
Yung
yun.
RH law.
Tapos,
Kasi you cannot just
moving on,
prosecute right away.
Okay. So, there's yung section 23.8.2 which allows a married individual not in a life-threatening case to access RH procedures without the consent of the spouse. Okay, so what this provision is saying na, halimbawa ako, meron akong asawa, pwede ako magpaligid without the consent of the husband, of my asawa.
Tanong lang, does it work both ways? Meaning, kung ako naman lalaki, pwede ba ako magpa-vasectomy ng, hindi ako pwede magpa-vasectomy ng hindi pinapaalam sa aking asawa?
Sa ngayong practice kasi, the present practice, kailangan ng consent ng spouse.
Okay. Regardless kung babae o lalaki.
Yun yung tinanggal nila dun sa reproductive health right. Kasi with this provision, kung included yan sa reproductive health law, the individual has the right to undergo those services, those procedures, kahit hindi mag-consent yung asawa. Gusto ko magpaligid, magpatali. Yun yung yung term.
So ngayon, doktor, ang sinasabi tinanggal yun, kailangan mo pa rin konsultahin.
Balik ka sa status ko na kailangan may consent nung asawa bago ka magpa-vasectomy.
Paano pag single ka?
Wala yata.
Wala.
Kasi single ka naman, wala naman magagalit.
Pag single ka, pwede kang magpalagay.
Kaya lang kasi with the institution kasi of marriage na I probably kaya ayaw din nila nito is because paano kung yung asawa mo gusto kong mag-anak? Yun. Pero
nasa sa inyo pa rin kamay, dalawang mag-asawa. Hawak mo pa rin ang desisyon sa
kaya
inyong
lang kasi I think parang mas mabigat ang weight nito if you're going to consider the status of the woman. Kasi siya yung nagdadalang tao. Okay? So, kung ikaw yung nagdadalang tao, halimbawa ako, babae, ayoko nang mag-anak. Halimbawa, nagkaroon na ako ng 10 anak. Ayoko nang mag-anak, papatali na ako. Ayaw ng asawa ko, gusto pa ng 11. Diba? Parang,
Isang buong basketball team, may isang
It's not
meron
his
pang,
party.
may bench warmer pa.
bench warmer pa.
Kumbaga, wala akong magawa. Kasi dahil yung asawa ko, ay hindi naman magko-consent na magkaroon ako ng ganong procedure. So,
babalik tayo doon sa usapin
sana, dito sa provision na to, if this was included in the Reproductive Health Law, okay na, it empowers me
Yeah.
as a woman
Yeah.
to have the right in my own body to decide na not to have any more
Which
ulcers.
is, yan ang ayaw na simbahan.
Ayaw ng simbahan, gusto nila magparami. Okay.
Pero, yeah, just to
Sa
play
bagay,
it out.
ang nakikita ko din, alam mo kung bakit, mas maraming tao, mas maraming donasyon.
Hindi, pero ito, Doc Tess, just to play it out.
It has always been like, oh, they're not just saying blatantly, but then Christianity does not respect women. They've always relegated women as
Second-class citizens.
Second-class citizens.
Yes.
As in,
Inferior to man.
inferior talagang babae sa Catholic faith. Kumbaga in plain language, yun lang talaga yun. They don't want to empower women.
Pero ito, Doc Tess, just to play devil's advocate lang about the points raised by this yung
Provision.
by that provision. Paano mo would it cause, sabihin natin that that provision wasn't struck down. Okay, so that means any of the two parties could get an RH procedure or any contraceptive procedure without the consent of the other party. Could it be you? Sandali.
Sige, kaya mo yan.
Hindi kasi it might cause tension among the hindi ko maano
Tension between couples?
Yeah. Like, for example, as a revenge, ganyan. Kasi galit ako sa asawa ko. Hindi ko dadalhin ng anak ng yung mga supling ng demonyong yan, ganyan. Anyway, parang ganun lang naiisip ko. Hindi ko lang ma-organize ng
Pwede ka gawin tool, like an ammunition.
Oh yeah, like an ammunition.
That's a personal problem.
That's more
That's a
more of
personal problem.
But hindi na problema ng batas
Yeah.
yun.
At hindi na problema ng gobyerno yon kung sinong gusto mag-attack at ayaw.
Okay, sige.
Beyond na yung topak ng tao dyan.
Okay? So, moving on, no, yung ibang mga provisions, sige, piliin na lang din natin ito, no? Okay.
Ay, makasingit ako sa April 19th ang ating meet-up.
More details will be posted sa natin, sa
Ask
page
an
natin for that, no? So, April 19, it will be our meetup for the month of April. Okay. Ayun, I mentioned kanina yung regarding sa minors, no? Minors who are in need of reproductive health services, alam naman natin there are minors who are getting pregnant, no? They cannot get these services without the consent of the parents. With the provision in the RH law, they're actually given the right to avail of these services without the consent of their parents. Okay. Ako kasi masabi ko dyan, minor, halimbawa teen pregnancies, babae na nabuntis na maaga, no? Actually, I don't consider them as minors anymore. Although at age, with the chronological age, they are technically minors.
The age of consent, yeah.
They're minors. Pero, come to think of it, na pag-iisip hindi na minor. So, they can decide, they have the capacity to decide for themselves what they want. Pero, syempre, that is still for consideration. Kasi, what if the minor we're talking about is 12?
Yeah.
Yun. Kaya lang, medyo mahaba-haba sigurong diskusyon na yan. Kasi, syempre, yung
Diyan ay
age,
papasok yung
yes, the age you have to
morality,
consider
ethics,
that
ganyan
na,
na,
yes, oo. Kaya lang kasi, I think this have been struck down dun sa provisions, no? Kasi nga, maybe they were thinking that these are minors, they cannot decide for themselves. They are not yet legal, considered legal.
Legal in the eyes of the law.
In the eyes of the
Because
law.
after all, you are a minor if you are
legal
below
adult. Hindi
the
pala
age
siya
of consent.
considered as legal
Yes.
adult in the eyes of the law, no? Kaya, kumbaga, meron pang consent needed from their parents. Kumbaga, ganun, Although, ako, in my opinion, siguro, baka pwedeng babaan yung age na for consent for this, dito lang ang specific for these reproductive health procedures. What do you think?
Yeah.
Dapat baba.
Like 15 years old or
14, even 14.
Yeah, but like,
Kasi nabubuntis
my assistant
na.
got shot, 15-year-old guy, nakabuti siya ng kanyang 16-year-old girlfriend.
So pareho silang minors.
Parang minor.
And syempre, considering the practice here in the Philippines na, yung kultura ba ng Pilipinas na, diba tayo, hanggat hindi nga kinakasal, hindi umaalis ng bahay. Na still living with the parents. Kahit na kinasal na, still living with the
Busina ka
parents.
naman. Busina ka.
Hindi, pero kasi, ganun kasi yung gawe dito sa Pilipinas.
Minsan hindi mo kayang murakalay.
Ganun kasi talaga ang practice. Ganun ang
Okay,
tradition
tama.
Malagkit
dito.
ang ang bonding ng Filipino family, talagang alam mo yun.
Malagkit at
Malagkit.
Based on experience.
mahal.
Since ako,
Mahal lumiwalay.
nabuntis ako as a teenager, let's say 17 ako noon, di ba? If available yung RH that time, I would have had better prenatal care.
Yes.
Because ang fear ng teenagers is ipaalam sa parents.
Yes,
correct.
Oo. But if we were able to get advice from medical people like doctors or OBs, I think I would have received better prenatal
Like folic.
care.
Di ba?
Yes.
Ano pa yung kailangan?
Mga
When you're
bulky
pregnant?
vitamins sa mga
Nawawala yung fear kasi
Yes.
ng kabataan pag nakakausap sila ng professional na nakakaalam talaga na kung ano yung dapat. Na
Then-
walang discrimination.
Then you
diba?
can ensure pa that your baby will come out healthy.
Exactly. Tsaka nawawala yung takot eh.
Yeah.
Naging problema mo ba before yung mag-consult sa OB? Nang time ng pregnant ka?
Yes, kasi before, ayaw nilang tatanggap ng mga minors.
Without the
Na without yung parents. So, syempre, at that time, I'm guessing lang na at that time, you were not still able to tell your parents about the
No,
pregnancy
no.
nung time na yon.
May
So-
takot ka.
Oo, and I think madaming ganun ng cases eh.
So in a way,
Yeah.
doktora, ngayon yung kaso ni Harley, ni Jam, ngayon sa palagay mo, maa-address na itong sinasabi niya, problema niya dati, na kung sana lang, available ng RH law before, you would have been protected
I
in a way.
think kung ano lang talaga, kung siguro natatanggal yung stigma ba of teen pregnancy, the stigma of teen pregnancy, hindi matatakot yung kabataan na mag-seek ng medical help.
Correct, oo,
Okay.
tama.
Kasi sino lang naman ba makakapag-inform sa kanila niya? Kundi yung medical practitioners, yung obstetricians nila, na makakapag-advise for their pregnancy.
Oo, tama.
Like considering, kunwari, the parents are judgmental of their daughter, non-supportive, and where can the teenage pregnant woman go?
Kasi pwedeng sa peers din nila kasi
Yeah.
andyan yung judgment ng peers,
As in-
judgment ng community, di ba?
She's a minor. She's already pregnant.
That's true.
Nobody supports her. She cannot run to her parents. And
And financially,
dependent.
walang
There's no way.
magsusupport sa
Yes.
teenagers. Eh.
Diba?
Okay.
How can she go and deal with the situation?
Exactly.
Okay. Ako
At
naman.
least protect the baby inside.
So I guess in a way, we could say that RH law is somehow a victory for the advocates in a way. So
Yeah.
if we still have these questions in mind regarding Section 7 and may isa pa, di ba? I think over time you'll be able to fight for it.
Yeah.
Over time.
Ito naman.
Okay.
Again, just to play the devil's advocate again, for the sake of argument, sige. Isang bagay na kinatatakot ng simbahan is, with this provision, is that kung halimbawa, hindi na kailangan ng consent ang mga minor para pumunta sa OB or mag-seek ng care, what would stop them from being promiscuous? What would stop them from getting pregnant at early age? Kasi kumbaga, ito
naman
ang
eh.
thinking nila, ito yung thinking ng simbahan. I'm just putting myself on
The shoes.
their shoes, di ba? Iisipin nila, hala, dahil alam na nilang kaya nilang pumunta sa doktor at wala silang gagastusin. Wala na silang takot na mabuntis. Mga ganyan.
I think dyan papasok yung
Yun,
education.
yes.
slippery slope.
That's a slippery slope argument. It's a fallacy.
Fallacy.
Hindi siya reasonable at logical.
Yep.
Yeah.
Una-una, kahit nga yung mga makajos ay promiscuous. They're So, what stops?
Saka proper education yun eh.
That's why there are
Di ba yung, they have a
laws.
project din na to start sa schools. Na kinakatakot din ng RC na baka daw makadumi sa isip ng mga kabataan
True.
pag nagkaroon ng sex education.
There are a lot of sources of information, and the sad thing about it is inaccurate yung information pa na nakukuha ng kabataan. So, if you're not going to enforce yung pagtuturo nung sexual and reproductive health sa schools, hindi ba mas nakakatakot na makakuha sila ng maling impormasyon
Exactly.
sa maling sources?
Like, I would suppose what will be taught are clinical, like what would happen when this and that. Like the teachers of sexual education will not be teaching the Kama Sutra to the elementary schools.
No.
But then that is what. But of course, we know that. But that is what these Catholic people would want everybody to think. They're putting the malice in everything.
True.
They think it's promotion kasi.
Ito, as a former high school teacher din, and in a Catholic school pa nga. Ayan, yan, insider. Talagang against ang simbahan doon. Kasi ito ang pinaka-inaano nila, ang pinaka-kinatatakot nila, that it will encourage promiscuity among the youth. So, ako naman, nung tinignan ko yung, since may contacts ako sa mga kapwa ko teacher na nasa public school, and they have access to such materials, nung tinignan ko yung mga modules nila, yung mga libro nila, walang bastos doon sa hindi bastos ang pagkakatulong. It's very educational, very objective, at yung mga activities nila doon is more on responsible parenthood. Halimbawa, isang activity doon is yung isang grupo ng mga kabataan is aalagaan nila yung itlog. Yan, just to teach them what are the responsibilities. Yung itlog na yun aalagaan nila hanggang mag-isa. It's to teach them what responsibilities that comes being a parent.
Yeah, or while you are pregnant, if you become pregnant, parang hindi mo pwedeng babasagin na yung itlog mo.
Yeah.
And if you ask them yung teens na nabubuntis, ang reason usually bakit sila nag-engage sa sexual intercourse at an early age is because of curiosity.
Yeah.
Now, if magkakaroon ng sex education, yung curiosity na yan, mababawasan yan dahil malalaman nila what the whole thing is.
Yeah,
diba?
what lies ahead.
What's the deal? Diba?
I don't know, like, what is left in the open, what is out in the open, you won't be so curious anymore. Oh, it's okay, it's like this, like that.
Oo, yun lang naman yun.
Parang yun ang kinakatakot kasi ng Roman Catholic Church. That is why I always keep on thinking that suppressing information, I don't know kung sinasadya nila o talagang, alam mo, meron silang, kasi pag, halimbawa katulad yung edukasyon na yan, sex education, tinatanggal mo sa tao. Pag nalaman ng tao na tinatanggal mo, nagkakagulo sila, di ba? Parang yun ang, pinapaburan pa ng simbahan yung gano'n. Sa halip na talagang turuan sila
I
ng
think
tama.
also pumapasok din dyan yung stigma ng, parang, ewan ko kung naaalala ninyo nung kabataan natin, na pagka halimbawa sex yung pinag-uusapan, parang ilag na ilag yung mga tao.
Demonize. Diba? Yan ang simbahan.
It's been
Yan ang ginagawa ng simbahan.
Demonize, yeah.
Iniilag nila yung tao.
Kasi let me just share an recent experience, no? Sa another forum na I always frequent. I think meron lang nagtanong sa akin regarding erection. Yung paano nangyayari ang erection.
It's not bastos. Di ba,
Oo nga, yun nga. In the first place, not bastos. It's learning about your physiology.
Exactly.
Your own body. Ganyan. So, kasi syempre nagtanong sa akin because ako yung doctor. So, I tried to explain na very straightforward, very professional, no? Yun nga lang, I have to show drawn pictures, like, para to show yung yung structure ng penis from the inside, no, so that they would know bakit nagkakos na erection. It's because of the blood flow through the vessels in the penis, ganon. So I was able to discuss that. Tapos dun sa forum na yon, may nag-react na, ano ba yung pinag-uusapan dito, ang bastos. Okay, so dun parang na-realize ko doon na, and to think, this forum, lang siya, limited lang naman na tao nandun. And we are all adults, meaning 21 years old and above. So, isipin mo, yung mga tao na ganito ang edad, dapat alam na nila tong mga bagay na to. At ang attitude nila towards this subject matter should be mature na. And yet, yun pa rin yung response ng isang tao na, bastos agad. Na parang hindi dapat pinag-uusapan. Ganun. And to think also na yung picture na pinost ko, hindi naman porn yun eh. Hindi siya pornographic. It's just a drawn picture, ginuhit na litrato ng structure, anatomy ng penis. So, anong kinabastos noon? Hindi nga rin nakadraw yung picture noon as erect eh. Basta, it's just a cross-section of the penis. So, anong naging
Saka
bastos
tayong mga
doon?
Pinoy, di ba, kahit mga bata, mahilig tayo mag-censor. Like, pinagtatapan yung penis, iba yung tawag. Like, they call it bird, they call it pototoy.
Parang ayaw pag-usapan
So,
ng
when
magulang niya.
when
Ano lang
somebody
yan?
tell them that it's penis, parang awkward.
Ano?
Penis.
Sunod lang yan because of the culture of hypocrisy that the Catholic Church has introduced to us. Kaya parang people do not realize anymore that they have gained habits.
Parang alam mo, kaya ako ngayon, naniniwala ako, pinanghahawakan ng simbahan yung kasabihan, masarap ang bawal. Alam mo yun, na ipagbabawal mo sa tao yung masarap, pero sila naman gagawin nila ng gagawin.
Masarap talaga ang
Dadami
bawal.
sila ng dadami kasi hindi nila alam. Ngayon, tayo ang makikinabang kasi nga maraming donasyon. Di ba parang gano'n? Sani, di ba?
Saka ganito.
Ngayon, pag halimbawa, ibinigay mo yung gusto ng tao.
Hindi ba?
Wala.
Hindi ba
Diba?
maraming inaabuso mga batang lalaki ang mga pari?
Oo,
Isa na
balita
ako-
natin yan.
Isa na ako doon. Kaya hindi ako, I'm not speaking from hearsay.
Aha.
So, bawal talaga exercise sa law. Bawal ang pedophilia, di ba? Bawal umabuso ng bata.
At
Pero, kaya masarap nga sa kanila yun.
di ba? Masarap ang bawal. Yan din ang ina-apply nila sa tao. Sabi ko sa inyo, parang may agenda talagang, alam mo.
Okay.
Anyway, going back to
Yeah.
ours.
I think it's time to read some comments made by our fellow forum members ng Patas General Forum,
From Kevin pa ako.
Medyo mahaba tong kay Kevin, pero let's speak out yung mga interest yung sinabi. So, Kevin Paco, so he said, as a professional, is it not within a medical professional's duty to uphold their patient's welfare more than anything else? This should include referral to other medical professionals who are indeed willing to do the job. So, yun yung
yeah,
actually
same point.
refusing to do so is a great disservice to the patient. Tapos, regarding dun sa yung consent for a minor needing a reproductive health service, so, sabi rin niya, I can see why this was struck down given that it pertains to a minor. However, this is essential for the welfare of the said minor, thus should not be hindered by mere parental refusal.
Yes.
Actually, may medyo parang medyo parang neutral yung niya, yung stand niya doon, no? And then, it is within patients' right to be informed not only of their case but of possible options for their case as well. So, it is also within a professional's conduct and duty to do such, especially given that the said professional is an RH provider. It is rightful for one to be punished if one fails to not only uphold one's patient's right but also uphold one's duty. So, medyo strong yung stand niya regarding dun sa yung punishment for RH providers who do not disseminate the right information, Tapos,
Or withhold information.
okay. And then, kuha naman tayo. Another one. Okay. Ito naman si Odin Matanggihan, So, I think he alluded to the previous case. Yung kay Lito Atienza, what he did before in Manila, he made selling of condoms a crime or the mere possession of more than a few pieces.
Tama ba
So,
yan?
may limitasyon pa. Bawal ang isang box. So, by redefining it as such, they also ban anything that risks having abortion as a side effect. Now, if the RH bill debate is any indication, anything that is not proven to have no such side effect can be considered as an abortifacient. That means technically all drugs, since you can't really prove a negative. Just to medyo paraphrase ko lang siguro yan, there are a lot of drugs that could have a abortifacient na side effect. Lalo na kung not directly, not a direct abortion, not a direct abortive effect. Kaya yun yung reason why there are medications, especially yung mga antibiotics, they are not given to pregnant women.
Yeah.
Kasi if you use that at a specific period during the pregnancy, it could lead to yung defects dun sa fetus.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not given. So kung halimbawa, itong mga drugs na to, ipagbawal na rin natin. Diba? So another one, sino pa ba mga nag-comment dito? Okay.
By the way, si Kevin Paco is one of the members of Patas.
1/4.
Okay, so yan, sila defanging of the law is quite alarming given that one might as well refuse to follow it and no repercussions would come after.
Actually, very true.
So actually parang reading through their comments, parang yun din yung stand nila, basically na nawala ng pangil ang batas. Tapos yeah, basically that's it, ano. And so far, we're still following up the developments of reproductive health law, no. So hopefully in the coming days, we'll get more good news, no, para even if these provisions were struck down, at least, no, na SC, the Supreme Court declared constitutional and reproductive health law. Parang sa akin, sa tingin ko, there's still room, ano, that they're willing to improve upon the law. Na hopefully in the coming days, magawa natin. Ma-improve yung law even if ito natanggal. Maybe we could add something to the present form of the law para mas maging malakas.
Is it really tanggal or temporarily
Hindi, tinanggal talaga.
Tinanggal
talaga.
ng
Struck
Supreme
down
Court.
by Supreme Court.
Kaya alam mo, Mark, hindi pa rin tapos ang laban natin dito sa
Tama.
RH.
So I think also
Tuloy pa rin.
what can we do as ordinary people, no? Wala naman tayo sa gobyerno na that could influence these politicians or this the Supreme Court, no? Hindi ganoon kalakas yung ating puwersa para ganoon ang impluwensya natin sa Supreme Court. What can we do? Ako sa tingin ko, if you're an ordinary person, if you're in the grassroots level, then you act doon sa level na yon. You could start with that. Kung halimbawa, if you're in your capacity to share information, right information about reproductive health, then do so. Diba? Katulad nga nung, yun nga, I just want to share dito sa Patas, no? We're coming up with activities.
Yeah, I like with that.
Sa April 26, yung aming next na medical mission. So, bukod dun sa pagpro-provide ng free consultation and medication sa mga pasyente, we will have yung discussion about the reproductive health, no? Not really just about the law, but also orienting the people kung ano nga ba yung reproductive health. Back to basics.
We will be able to start somewhere.
We will act upon our capacity. Kasi hindi naman po pwede na sige, tayo dito, mag-march tayo dito sa para i-approve yung reproductive health law, ganyan. I don't think na it would be enough. I think it would be better if in our own capacity, meron tayong gawin.
Tama.
So here in Patas, if we're given this opportunity na meron tayong mga pasyente na nandyan, willing to listen to us, and a local barangay supporting us to do this activity, na yun nga, masasalamat din natin dun sa barangay that they are letting us to do this. I think, I'm encouraging people in Patas and also outside of Patas who are interested in this endeavor to please join us, volunteer, and help us na at least in our own capacity sa grassroots level to disseminate the proper information to people who need it, especially those na wala namang access din sa information, na wala silang internet, no? Okay, so this is the end of our podcast. So thank you very much for listening in. If you have questions, you could just post in our website your questions, or you can
send
email
to contact@patas.co.
Doktora, ito nga pala, before we say goodbye, uulitin ko yung sinabi mo. On the 26th of April, we will be having the third medical mission of the Philippine Atheists and Agnostics Society. And aside from that, we will be disseminating information regarding the RH law. Meron po tayong information drive na magaganap sa Barangay Balite sa Cacho, Pandayan. Maraming salamat kay Barangay Captain Mark Ronil Hernandez for letting us into the barangay. Maraming salamat, and we are inviting all the Patasarians.
Parang
participate on the 26th of April sa ating medical mission. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you very much. This is Doc Titi.
This is Mark again. Bye-bye.
Sandy Garcia.
Reggie Pasion.
Peter John Flores.
Jam.
Okay, thank you very much and have a nice day.
Salamat.
Please do visit the Patas website at patas.co. That is patas.co. where you could read more about the organization, articles on religion, atheism, science, and social issues. You may also visit our Facebook forum or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/PAPASofficial. This is the Juan Pilosopo Podcast, the official podcast of the Philippine Atheists and Agnostic Society. Thank you very much and cheers to reason.